Within the last few weeks, you may have seen some Mario Maker channels playing Carl's Trash Can by the creator Shano. It's a brilliant troll level that has lots of crazy setups that might not be obvious to most players how they're done. So in this video, I'm going to explain 5 of the troll contraptions in the level. There are way more, but I didn't want to make this video too long. I do want to clarify that while I'm going to show how these can be done, I'm not claiming that these are exactly how Shano did them in his level, because many of the contraptions in the level are off screen, so the actual setups might be a little different. With that in mind, let's begin. We start off the level with a troll setup that's actually revealed near the end of the level, and it's this magically appearing clown car when you fall off the screen. So did Shano use some glitch that places the clown car on a track off screen? Nope, this is pretty basic. He just starts the level with a clown car a specific height above the bottom of the screen, and if you wait just a little bit too long, it'll fall too far off screen. In the Mario Maker universe, things exist until they're farther than 1 block below the screen, so when you fall into this clown car under the screen, it was literally pixels away from disappearing. Shano just placed it in the perfect position that holding up and right from the start would have you land into it perfectly. This is also a troll setup that's near the beginning, but not meant to be discovered until a little later in the level, but you eventually get a hint that there's a pipe hidden behind these blasters. But if you try to place blasters over a pipe, you can see that the blasters won't spawn, so how is this done? This is based on the fact that things in the clown car will overlap absolutely anything, except for power-ups and enemies. And then if the clown car gets destroyed by being crushed, the thing that was in the clown car will continue to overlap everything. So we do a setup like this, where we put the blasters in a clown car below the visible screen, and then kill the clown cars immediately by pushing them into each other with blocks on a track. This moves the blasters together quickly enough that when you enter the door from above, you can't see the setup getting created. This would be more obvious if the door was closer, or if you entered through a pipe, so Shano made sure to place you far enough away to let all the stuff happen before you could see it. This is a much more simple setup that's meant to trigger a POW block when the player gets to a certain position, and you might think it's as simple as putting a thwomp above the screen so that it hits a POW when you get to the right spot, but this actually won't work because POW blocks triggered above or below you off screen won't affect anything on screen. So the POW needs to be either visible on screen or within 4 blocks horizontally off screen. And in this case, the actual setup is like this, further to the right, with a spring over a shell, and it's positioned at just the right spot so that the spring and shell spawn when the player gets here, and since the POW block is within 4 blocks to the left or the right off screen, it gets triggered and kills the muncher. We come to a spot where we see a thwomp over a P-switch and P-blocks over here, so naturally we want it to trigger it, but when the thwomp drops, it goes through the P-switch. So what kind of hacking did Shano do this time? Actually, it turns out to be a really weird thing with clown cars and thwomps. If you put a P-switch in a clown car and destroy the clown car, the thwomp will go through the P-switch. So that's the setup. It happens quickly enough when you enter this area that you probably won't see the clown car getting destroyed. Note that this also works with POWs, but it seems like everything else stays solid for the thwomp to hit. The last trick looks like total voodoo hack magic. This spiny seems to come up through a blaster, and also only comes up after you've gone to a certain place horizontally. It won't ever come up if you stay here. So what kind of hacks did Shano use here? Well, none actually. This trick uses a very specific setup and a very weird spiny mechanic that you probably don't know about, so let me explain. First, we all know that spinies can be placed upside down on a ceiling, and that if you get close enough to them from below that they'll fall and spin towards you. So obviously a spiny from this far won't fall, but if you place a moving platform under the upside down spiny and then approach it from off screen, it gets triggered. But you have to be off screen. If the lift and spiny spawn on screen together, it won't fall. Something about this platform causes it to drop and begin moving when it's off screen. I have no clue why this is, so if you know, please let me know in the comments. The second part of this is just weirdness with blasters, note blocks, and one-ways. There is a specific arrangement of how the Spiny approaches this setup while spinning that causes it to bounce around a little and then magically clip up through the blasters. Now, this isn't the only arrangement that will cause this to happen. There are other ways to get it to clip into the blasters, but there are also many wrong ways that won't get it to clip. So with both of those factors in mind, the Spiny and the platform are positioned so that they spawn when the player gets to here, which causes it to fall and begin the blaster clipping magic. So there you have it, just 5 of the crazy number of troll setups in Shano's incredible troll level. If there are any other trolls and levels that you'd like to know how they're done, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, and if you want to see future Mario Maker 2 videos of all kinds, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.